patience is greater than perfection for progress. I said this yesterday, with perseverance, but patience even more so. I've been lucky enough to just be like a very patient, extremely patient person my entire life. Never struggle with that, with people, myself, for different things. At this point in my life, it's like maxed out, but I'm still gonna keep adding on to it. And in a way, when you get to this point where your patience is clearly better than anybody else's that you know, and you enjoy the feeling of slow progress for much more extreme gain over time. It's so different than so many different feelings. It's like a different emotion. It's like a body feeling, like when you get goosebumps. I remember in the Puss in Boots movie with the wishing star, and death comes up to him and like he just gets extremely, like his whole body just feels like the goosebumps. And even right now when I'm thinking about it, it still gives me goosebumps, you know. But I gotta remember to keep this like up with my face. But when you get to this point, really there's like, you can pretty much do whatever you want to do. Over time, you realize, yeah, I don't know how to cook this thing, but over time, if you make it a few times because you like it, you won't have to check every single time. Or same deal if you're bad at remembering where to go for driving. I'm pretty bad at both of those things, but it's the same deal there. I mean, anything. Progress over time, from being a patient person with others, with yourself especially with little ones, kids and pets, you know. But this is like one of the most valuable skills in life in general. I feel like anything is possible with this. This is probably my personal best skill. And it's another one where people like, they can pick up on that this is like the type of person that you are. It's like another sense. It's emotional, like an emotional and overwhelming body feeling for you, for me. But to someone else that you're interacting with the patients, it's like they can feel a different presence, like a sixth sense from it. Cannot be bothered. Cannot be worried in that sort of way, time-wise. There's so much that can be done with it. I'm kind of rambling a little bit. I think it'll make sense over time to write this stuff down instead of talking offhand. I like just talking in general. So honestly, I probably won't be doing a ton of writing. I'll write things down. I still write every day. Thoughts and ideas and lists and things that I have. And I'll write down things I want to talk about for on here. But I don't want to follow any script. I want to just talk from my heart and gut and brain. But oh shoot, you can see the cream on my face for anti-redness. It kind of looks shiny, and then when you get closer, you're like, oh yeah. But anyway, I think there's an extreme reason not just a very simple reason, but like an extreme reason why a significant amount of people are not successful for something in their life. It doesn't have to be work, it doesn't have to be money, it doesn't have to be like getting married or something, or having a house or something like that. But all of those things are included in a way if you feel like it. But being successful in whatever it is, getting through a phobia, getting through traumatic experiences that constantly hit you emotionally, daily, getting through energy issues like myself, getting through medical things, and trying to understand a person, and trying to become better at being social, or better at a skill, or better at being yourself. Success, like for me, I'll probably have a video about this down the road, but success for me is like specific things that I have lined up that I want to improve in my life, and every time I do that, that's success to me. So I can share like even a little bit of my like personal experience, knowledge, and ability. It's awesome. Like I genuinely feel great just talking about this kind of stuff. I'm gonna get better at it. It's still like really weird, even though I've made a decent amount of like rambling video stuff for my all of my practicing videos and everything. But yeah, we'll see if I still do this like vlogging style. I don't know if I will. I might just do a sit down style. I think a little bit better when I'm walking around. And I'm more patient with myself. Once again, this is applicable here. I'm more patient with myself when I'm like moving around, having the air on me, whether it's hot or cold, being in like just just outside. If I'm not moving around, it's like a little bit more difficult to think. But yeah, eventually these are gonna be like just like when I talk to somebody on the phone, or I think in my brain, eventually it'll get there. I can't make them perfect right off the bat, but I can definitely learn from other people and how they do this, and myself, absolutely myself. So yeah, be patient with your son or daughter. Realize that they are not like nearly as cognitively aware as you. They function at a completely different rate depending on their age, and it jumps and moves. Very malleable. And malleable also in the way that you influence them too. So if you're patient, they become patient. If you are just a ridiculous person and cannot, you just get angry, you shout, you on purpose, or sorry, not on purpose, you angry or get shout. If you want to feel anger, like I never feel that emotion. I choose to feel it. Like recently, I chose to feel that emotion because of some stuff that happened. But I don't actually feel that way because I'm like just extremely calm and feeling genuine and just going through the experience of life. It can be nihilistic, but it's not like a bad thing at all. I'll probably make a video on that too. It's not like, oh, that means there's no meaning or whatever. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a meaning, but you derive meaning from your own experience, the things you want to improve on, and the people you want to be around, and your own emotions, senses, behavior, knowledge, wisdom over time. You're not going to have wisdom unless you're improving yourself. You're going to have wisdom from a job or a video game, or what are you going to have the wisdom of if you're not working on yourself and making yourself better every single day? So yeah, be patient with your child. And I'll just use this as a quick example as well. I used to never be able to get back around after I'm doing these tangents, like I'm doing a tangent right now. I would forget where I would leave off, and I still do here and there, but I would forget every single time. But throughout my like mental, emotional, and like psychiatric work, I don't I don't like forget anymore, and it's awesome. I do here and there, yeah, but patient with your child, patient with your pets. You hit an animal that like doesn't fully understand what you're doing, or a kid that doesn't fully understand what you're doing, you just suck. Like, come on, man. or woman, you're just terrible. There's a ton of reasons for that. I don't really care if you're tired from work. I don't care if you're having a bad relationship. I don't care if they do something you don't like. I don't care if something is broken. I don't care if whatever the situation is, if you don't have that patience, you don't have that ability to recognize that there's animals and younger people and anyone else in the world that does not experience it the same way as you. If you can't be patient to understand that, then like, what the fuck are you doing? Honestly. I'll be better at keeping the video on my face tomorrow, and I'll think of another thing to talk about. So thanks for hanging out.